Good afternoon, class, and welcome to your virtual course. My name is Dr. Raipur, and I had sent you several emails to explore your course. And the way I've set up the course, when you get to the home page of Canvas right here, I put numbers for you to follow. Number one, there is a short clip welcoming you to the course. I'm very happy to have you here. Then number 2, 3, 4, and so on. Everything is here. So number 2, class philosophy.
Class philosophy. This class is a community and therefore, we all have the same objective, to learn. Online students often feel isolated, but it is vitally important to know you are not in this alone. I would like each of you to approach our online class with a great attitude and a willingness to help one another. Many problems and questions can be resolved by asking a fellow student. I am always here to help you, but I truly believe your experience will be more fruitful if you communicate with your fellow students as well. Let us work together to make this a memorable semester for each and every one of us. Course objectives. The objectives of our Calculus 1 course are about the introduction of fundamental concepts of calculus, which is a branch of mathematics focused on understanding rates of change and accumulation. Accordingly, the main goal of Calculus 1 is to introduce students to the fundamental ideas and techniques of calculus, which are essential for understanding change and variation in a variety of fields, including physics, engineering, economics, and more. The course will be centered on several main topics covering the notion of basic concepts of analytic geometry, limits and continuity, and differentiation and integration of algebraic and trigonometric functions. Applications include related rates, extreme value problems, area under a curve, volume of revolution, work. Instructors' contact information. Email me via Canvas or use the email address maraeipur@lbcc.edu, and I reply from Monday to Friday within 24 hours.
Going back to the home page of Canvas. Number 3 is the announcements. Let me put this in student mode. Several announcements have been sent to you. We have a recorded orientation, and older one and a new one will be updated as this becomes available. Welcome on orientation. Welcome to your virtual course. There were several emails reminding you that the course is upcoming and asking you to explore the course. So that's the announcements. Let me leave the student mode. Number 4, we have the syllabus, modules. Under the modules, we have the homework and quiz, exams, and so on. What I want to mention is right here. At the bottom of the page, as you can see here, this is how you attend the office hours, the Zoom meeting. You don't want to mix it up with the Tech Connect Zoom on the left side here. Where you attend the class. So 2 different things. So again, on the home page, at the bottom of the page, office hours. In the middle of the page, it tells you in order to attend the class meetings, you click on the Tech Connect Zoom and you do so. Number 4, the next one is a syllabus. You can click on it here or on the left navigation bar, syllabus here. Either way makes no difference. we find the syllabus and the Excel calendar. Again, it starts with welcoming you to the course. Then the topics, as you know, syllabi are getting larger and larger. That's why I put them in this format. Starting with the section number and the time, continuing with the student learning outcomes, course objectives. Here's the text. You don't have to worry about that. You use the first day digital access. You have access to the homework and the text. I'll show you in a moment. It's through Cengage or WebAssign. Here's the class calendar. Again, the information about the class, Zoom meeting. And every few weeks we have an exam. I have set up all the exams to be taken on Saturdays. On Monday of that week, you receive an email from me regarding the exam and the information, including the password. You may take the exam anytime. You receive the email up to the time that it expires. Of course, I want you to pay attention to this, that it is strongly advised to watch the recordings of practice test exams for success in the course. All exam reviews are recorded, can be found under the recorded practice test lectures tab in Canvas. I will be available during the designated class time and student office hours to address any questions. Please note that all exams expire at 11:59 p.m. on their due date. You may take them anytime on that date, but it is recommended not to wait later than 8 or 9 p.m. to be on the safe side. And I mentioned that because I've seen in the past some students, they take it very late. First of all, if an exam has 2 hours and you start at 11, you have only 59 minutes. Secondly, you're tired at that point and you make a lot of mistakes. Meetings are mentioned here, important dates, calculators. Calculus students need a graphing calculator and may use a scientific calculator only for certain exams. So certain exams you can't use a graphing calculator. Tech support for WebAssign, for campus, distance learning office, and for Canvas are here. Math Success Center, short MSC. We have the website and their numbers for hours of operations at LAC as well as PCC. We have other websites. You can check them out. The SPS office, for example, and the grading policy, online homework, 200 points. Quiz, you have one attempt, 100 points. You have 4 exams, each 100 points. The final 300 points. This is a point system. We have a total of 1,000 points. 90% and above is an A, meaning 900 points or more. 80% and above, meaning 800 to 899 is a B, so on and so forth. Basically, there is no makeup policy unless something that comes up and you have proper documentation. However, on a normal basis, it doesn't happen because you have the whole week to take the exam. So Also, you must take all the exams in order to pass the course. Your lowest grade before the final may be replaced by the final exam. If the final score is good, how good is that? B, 80% or higher. Homework is good. And quiz, how good is that? 95% or higher. And this action will result in a higher letter grade. So if I do all of that and the letter grade doesn't change, it defeats the purpose. And again, if you fail, take any of the exams, you will get 0 point. And in fact, missing any exam, you will be dropped from the course. Course late work policy, if that happens, you get 10% penalty. There is nearly no course late work because the setup is such that you have plenty of time to do your work. I do answer my emails within 24 hours, except perhaps the weekends. This is extremely important. CSULB study 36, and here you can look up the website here. Basically, we need 3 times the number of unit hours per week to do well. In this course, 3 times 5, we need 15 hours per week to do a great job on this course. 15 hours a week. I hope everybody is clear on that. Dropping policy, if you miss the orientation, I call the first day of the class orientation class, okay? If you do not register with the publisher immediately, you miss the first assignment, which is due within a week, or miss any of the exams. If you miss the first couple of exams, the first exam or second, that's all there is to it. Then we have more information such as DSPS and financial aid. Summary steps to success. Study the PowerPoints in each module and watch their video lectures. Do your homework and quiz before the deadline. Study the practice test and their solution. Send your question via Canvas. Attend the review session scheduled before each exam. Take the exam by their due date. Here's the office hours. Remember, it is posted on the homepage of Canvas at the bottom. It is also posted here. There are other websites, basically. It's just a Scholar program and so on. And Netiquette for online learning. And you can read that on your own. In short, the guideline is for online students just the same as it is for on-campus. We want to show that we are professional and courteous towards one another. When we send emails, you will really have to think about it with the correct spelling and grammar, okay? You're a college student. Use a positive tone, always positive. So I'd like you to be respectful, in short. Please read the guidelines. I'm sure everybody knows that. You already do that, but just to be on the safe side, okay? You can always come back and check this, okay, everybody, the syllabus. Underneath, we have the Excel calendar, which tells us roughly what we should cover at any given time. And as always, you have access to the recordings. I will discuss that more in a moment. So this is the Excel calendar. Obviously, you see the exams, their date, and this is the chapter 1 review homework that you have to do to get ready to move on with this course. I'm going to go back to the home page of Canvas. So we did look at the syllabus. Now, before I look at the modules, I'm going to look at the discussion forum because there's really not much there. We have the student bios. And here's mine as an example. You can put yours so your fellow students get to know you. If you decide to answer to a fellow student, please use nothing but encouraging words, be nice and courteous, and with utmost respect. The next one is frequently asked questions. In the past, students have asked me what to do as far as the questions are concerned. I put them here, I compiled them, such as how to use the math editor and things of that nature. If any other question arises, I will put it here. So that's the discussion that we have. We also have student hangout forum. I kept it here if you guys want to contact each other and work on something together is fine. Again, please, nothing but pure respect for one another. Going back to the home page of Canvas. The next one is modules. Modules, you can click on it here or here, and it has a lot of stuff. Let's quickly look at them. At the very top, here's your web assign. We will look at this at the end. Here's your ebook. Here's the recorded lectures, and we will have the new ones added. And now, what I want you to pay attention to is exam one module covering the first 3 weeks, week 1 to 3, exam two module, exam three, exam four, okay, and then the final exam review. As long as you look at one of them, for example, this one, you see the rest of them, they repeat, okay? So what else do we have? At the end, I have this graphing calculator information class for you. So let me look at that one. It's a resource for you. So what you see here would be using various commands if need be, including a website that will help you find an emulator. If it works, and it doesn't work all the time, you'll be able to get this on your computer. No guarantee that it's going to work, but it's possible. Although if it doesn't work and you don't have a calculator, there are online calculators right here, all of them for free, because I believe students shouldn't pay for anything. So we have a lot of online calculators, all of which are for free. Okay. Now we have different commands, just showing you how the graphing calculator works, matrices and so on. All right. Going back to the module. So I looked at the very last one, everybody. I'm going to look at module 1. What do we find under module 1? First, some review, pre-calculus review, and some tests with keys. If it's been a while you had a math course, I highly recommend that. Even if it hasn't been a while and you want to test to see how comfortable you are with prior knowledge of mathematics, this would be fantastic. So we have the algebra here, part A, and it's a diagnostic test. You see the answers. Part B, analytic geometry with answers. Part C, functions with answers. Part D, trigonometry. I found in the past that students are a little bit uncomfortable in this area, so you definitely want to pay attention to that with the answer. So this is really a wonderful resource, everybody. What happens afterwards, we're going to cover the first module, and here's the PowerPoints for the first module. If you download the PowerPoint, you can put it in slide mode, everybody. Instead of seeing the entire work, you see it line by line and so on. Here's the next section, for example. All right, so you get the picture. Therefore, for module one, I put the pre-calculus review and I put the chapter of calculus we cover, namely chapter two. All the PowerPoints are there. Okay. Now, the very first one. I want to get this recorded lectures and practice this. We have the recordings here. For exam reviews. For example, we see chapter one, review functions and models. I will do that to get you up to speed. Exam one review, chapter two. We cover a few sections. We continue with more sections, and then we'll finish it off. So those three pertain to the first exam, and then we continue with exam two and so forth. The point being, we do have the recordings and the new ones also. I will put them here. Then this one is for the previous year. This one is even older. And this one, all of them are YouTube channels. And this one is section by section lectures, starting with even chapter one. So from 1.1 on, you can find them here. Okay, everyone? So I hope everybody is comfortable with that. So when you go to Canvas, under the modules, this one is all the recordings. All right, what else do we find here? The very first one at the very top takes us to Cengage or WebAssign. You can see the assignments. By the way, you can click on all. It shows you everything from the past as well as the future. As you can see, we have a bunch of homework and quizzes. For example, the first exam covers chapter 2, and whenever we're done with all of them, then we have exam 1. Same thing happens with the next chapter, in this case, chapter 3, all of it we cover, and then we go to exam 2, so on and so forth. Okay, everybody? So if you pick up a homework to do, and I will discuss the due date on those. When you want to uh, start a homework, they will give you a chance to get help if need be. They have help such as you can see here, video examples. Sometimes they have readings, sometimes they have both of them. This has a video example, okay. You can come back and answer the question. You can answer one question, come back and finish it later. Doesn't matter. As long as it's done before the due date, you will receive your credit. You can go to a specific question and take it from there. So this is where you find WebAssign or Cengage, your digital homework. What I want to add is the following. The very first assignment, you can see the due date is coming up in a couple of days. The first one. But the rest of them before the first exam, okay, seems to be due the day before the exam. What does it mean? Does it mean I have to wait until that day to do the homework? Or the quiz for that matter? Absolutely not. When we finish a section, it's time for you to do the homework. If you wait until that time, you will have a hard time finishing all your homework and do well. I guarantee you that. So please make sure, again, look at exam 1, which is due on 9/14, and all of these due dates are right before that. Please do them on a daily basis, one per day, sometimes a couple of days, and you do one, okay? There's not a lot, but has to be done in a timely fashion and has to be done steady. All right, so that's the Cengage, and here's your ebook. So this is your digital text. So everything you need is available here. You can go to a specific chapter, starting with 2.1, read, watch some videos, and get ready. Although you can just watch the PowerPoints that we have and you'll be more than ready to tackle your homework assignment. So let me recap for you. Here's the homepage of Canvas. So we looked at homepage. We have a welcoming message. We have the philosophy and course objective. We did look at the announcements. I did mention that at the bottom of the page, you have the office hours. Please don't mix them up with this Tech Connect Zoom right here. This is where you go to your class when you attend, this is where you attend the class. We don't want to mix them up. And then the discussion forum has student bios, frequently asked questions, and student hangout forum. You can find the syllabus under the syllabus. It has the syllabus and its calendar here with details. Under the modules, at the end, you have a resource for graphing calculator. Prior to that, you have various weeks and work that needs to be done. And for now, you're just concerned with the first module. By the time you finish the first module, you know exactly what to do. Under the first module, we have the pre-calculus review and diagnostic test with its keys, and the very first chapter we cover in this course, which is chapter 2, limits and derivatives. At the top, this is where you start working on your assignments. This is where you find the ebooks, and this is where you find recorded lectures. And that's all there is to it, everybody. So I wish you best of luck and happy studying, everybody.